Check that out. Nice truck stop parking lot. Man, that means we're doing good. All right, everybody. Yeah, I showed you that parking lot of this nice, beautiful Oasis truck stop here in the heart of Indiana. So, I finished up that other video of the last week. At least I think it was last week. It was a week old anyway. But Saturday, I got home. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And I came out yesterday. Now, I had some really good loads booked. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and half of Saturday. Now, I was going to take off the other half of Saturday, Sunday, and leave back out Monday. Well, this is where a lot of people, they get mad. And they start worrying about things and everything. And it doesn't do no good to get mad when something bad goes happen out here, or get worried and stuff like that, because it all works out. I've been out here for a long time, and it always seems to work out. And sometimes it works out for the better, like for instance, yesterday I got my load, went and unloaded it last night, and it took forever, so I had to sleep there. Couldn't make it back to no truck stop, and I was only about 30 miles from my pickup today. Well, when the morning hit, rained all night, went to sweep the trailer, make sure the trailer was clean, and seen a bunch of water in it. So I had to call in, because I picked the trailer up preloaded, and there's no holes or nothing in the roof or anything, so it must be coming through, a seam or something. Somehow the water was getting in there. So I had to take it to get it fixed, drop it off to get fixed, which was too far for me to get back to get my load before they closed. So I had to give back my load for tomorrow, because I couldn't get there, because they pushed that load out until tomorrow morning, which I'll pick up, go deliver it. But then I can't get to my next load that I had booked, because picked up at like 10 in the morning. I won't even get that one delivered until sometime in the early afternoon. So I had to give that one back. Now the next one I got to keep, because it's not that far from where I'm going, and I'll just pick that up. So that's another thing about doing the regional short stuff. When you have something like that happen, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it ruins your revenue for that week, if you don't put nothing in there to save it. Now I'll get to that in a second. So that's the good thing. You don't have to give all your stuff back. I gave back just that one in there I couldn't get to, and I kept the rest. So here's the thing. Now tomorrow when I'm getting loaded, I will look in that area to find a connector to get me from there to there, or just a short one that I can go and run and do to add to the revenue. And if I can get that done, maybe I can make up most of what the other load was, or half, or when I deliver that other load Saturday morning, there might be a short one I can do again before I go home, or take home and deliver it Monday morning if it delivers by the house. So there's other options I have to try to fill in that revenue loss from that load. And if I don't fill it in, so I don't get all upset or anything, I just say, okay, well, the next week I'll just do an extra load, right? I'll book the loads and fit an extra one in. And then if it's a shorter load and it doesn't equal the revenue of that one, I'll fit one in the week after, and then it's no big deal. So that's what you guys got to do. You got to don't let it get to you. Don't stress out about it. There's no sense getting upset and stressing out about it. And like a lot of people get mad, oh, the other driver left me a trailer like this, because he dropped it there, he probably knew about it. Well, they might not know, because if you do a lot of drop and hook, that trailer could go back and forth. It goes somewhere and gets dropped, they unload it, they reload it. If it rained and then a couple days later somebody picks it up and takes it and delivers it, drops it somewhere else, and it's not raining, no one knows. You're never going to know until something like this happens. So I don't blame anybody for or anything like that. It's the famous saying, right? It's trucking. That's trucking. So you just deal with it and don't let it bother you. So I just had a leisurely ride. That's why I had a leisurely ride. Got to see the cornfields. Took the trailer back, got rid of it to get it fixed. Got me another trailer and got me a nice parking spot. And in the morning, I'll go and finish the rest of my week. So that's what we're doing. And shout out to Steve Allington, his YouTube channel. Glad you got your truck fixed, Steve. Hang in there, buddy. It only gets better with age and time. Right? It only gets better. The longer you are in truck driving, and the older you get, the more I don't know what it is, man. The more stuff you don't let bother you. Because by that time you pretty much lived all the headaches, the heartaches, and everything else this business that comes with. There's a lot to it, and you just sure don't want to stress out about it. That's the thing. And if you get mad, people, I see some drivers get, I'll see them, they get mad and they're on the phones and they're yelling and screaming and things like that, and they're carrying on the CB radio and everything, and I'm like, life's short. This business, that's the nature of it. There's a lot of moving parts, and when you have a lot of moving parts in a business, you're going to have a lot of headaches and heartaches down the road, and you just can't let that stuff bother you. Because look, you got shippers, and if you're leased to a company, or if you have your own authority or whatever, you got shippers, you got the company in there, you got the logistics people or brokers might be involved, and so forth. And so there's a lot of things. You got the workers at the plant, right? So everything could be going all right. The shipper calls the company and says, yeah, we got this load, and it's going to be on your trailer. We're going to preload it. But yet, everything's going all right there, and then you book it. Everything's great. But then the shipper, a machine breaks down, or half their workers don't show up for work, and they fall behind. They don't get stuff loaded, and so forth. Or you got you get a piece of equipment that has a malfunction with it. So there's just all these moving parts, and so there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So I just don't let it bother me anymore. When I first started out, yeah, everybody, it bothers everybody. But the longer you're out here, and the older you get, and the longer you do it, that's just part of the business. It's the nature of the business. So for all you new guys, hopefully you can start out when you're young, or if you just start out even when you're old, if you can start out just saying that's trucking, don't let it bother you, try not to let it bother you, the better off you'll be. You won't be getting upset, you won't be saying stuff to the company or to the receivers or shippers or anybody else, and then you'll have a lot better image, when you go into them places like that. Like, I went into one place a while back, and she says, yeah, we'll load you. Actually, I think it was 2 weeks ago, but they said, yeah, we'll load you in about, I think it was like an hour or something. So I went outside and I sat in the truck, and about an hour and a half later, get a call on the phone, and it's, the shipper. Oh, well, we got some bad news. We're pushing your load out till the next day or so or whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine, no problem. I just call the company and find something else to do. So that's what I did. And I had to give all my stuff back at that point. that I had planned for the week, and just booked some different stuff, and just went on with the business and life. Didn't let it bother me, and it all works out. So that's what you gotta do, man. Just always try to be positive, and keep a smile on your face, and just be nice to the people. And even if they're, even if someone's you go to ship or receive and they're having a bad day, even if they're mean or really rude to you, say, use profanity or whatever they use towards you, whatever, just smile and be nice to them, and then it gets you a long way in this business. But we'll see y'all later. That's all we got for now. See ya.